What's up guys, Philip at Trade Genius. In this video, I wanted to go over an interesting report by Fundstrat. They're a crypto fund. Some of you have probably heard of Tom Lee. He's on CNBC and stuff like that. He heads up that fund. And basically they had some interesting stats as far as what institutional investors are thinking versus like the retail crowd, mostly comprised of, surveys done on Twitter. Not totally scientific, but I think it is interesting to look at what they found out. So we'll dive into that in today's video. So let's check that out.
Trade Genius.
All right, guys. So like I said, this is a survey between institutional investors and the crypto crowd on Twitter. Both agree that central banks and emerging markets are probably going to have the most influential effects. I agree. Obviously, central bank policy will drive people into store values, and emerging markets, whether their fiat currency is crashing, will have a big impact on the accumulation of Bitcoin. Is the bottom in? More than half of the institutional investors believe it is, versus crypto Twitter, who thinks 44%. I actually like that, because to me, it's like if everybody's really lopsided on one side, then typically the opposite will happen. Usually the institutional guys are correct, retail crowd is wrong. So I kind of agree that if we are, at a bottom where our model says it is, then I think that makes sense. What's the price going to be at the end of 2019? The institutional crowd, almost 60%, thinks it's over 15,000. Only 40% of crypto Twitter believes that. Favorite token, 59% of the institutions chose Bitcoin. The retail crowd, Twitter, chose Ripple. Pretty crazy. The Ripple crowd is strong, I will say that. So basically on Twitter, 46% chose Ripple as their favorite, and 31% said it made the least sense. No other token came close. Even 28% of institutions also said Ripple made the least sense, and 0 institutions picked it as their favorite token. So it's just a polarizing token. Pretty interesting. They conclude that that's because it's a contrarian type thing. It would be a buy on Ripple. I'm not, again, Ripple kind of goes against the ethos of Bitcoin and crypto being decentralized. That being said, if they continue to make strides in making partnerships, then it's probably a tradable vehicle. Although, long term, is the value going to sustain? I don't know. But, if it's there to trade, then we can trade it. And speaking of that, if you guys are interested in learning how to trade like we trade, or any of our services, we have really high percentage returns on our services. We have our specials we're running in October, only for 6 days, guys. So check it out. These are completely new specials, not like last time. If you want to get into the rooms and stuff like that, special 1, 2, and 3 will do that. And actually, special 3 is more of our software with the access, chat room access. So check those out. If you're interested in training, we have these other ones as well. So check that out, guys. But yeah, real briefly, just wanted to go over that, interesting statistics. The institutional investors are very bullish, and I think that bodes very well for us long term with Bitcoin. I think we got a lot of upside. I just think some of the price predictions that we're seeing, it kind of plays into 2016 was kind of a grind higher. In 2017, we really popped. And so we might see that where we got a bottom in, 2019 is a grind higher, and then 2020 is a pop. Remember, 2020 is our halving event, the next halving event. So, but the next 12 to 24 months should be good for Bitcoin and many altcoins too, for that matter. Real quickly, we can look at the price action, guys. And I'll just look at the daily real quick. We'll go into this a little bit in more depth in the next couple of days, but again, we're still compressing, right? So just remember, we have the Bollinger Bands are really compressed. We talked about that yesterday, so that low volatility. So we're just looking for any kind of signs here to show us, to give us any signs of life. Obviously, we'll be looking at volume. On the 4-hour charts, I've been looking at, just kind of like what areas we'd be looking at to break. Now, obviously, when I get the linear regression channel, Any dips down in there would be with a tight stop, and that's where you kind of want to play this. But linear regression channel actually works really well in chop, buying the bottom and selling the top. But again, these are smaller, much smaller percentage moves that we're trying to play off of. So once you get down to those levels, we can hop over to like the hourly chart and pick those up. But that's the kind of stuff that you can pick up in our training courses and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll take a look at some price action tomorrow. And please hit that like and subscribe button, or if you're on mobile, ring that bell. All right, guys, appreciate it. Take care. See you tomorrow.
Trade Genius.